Hi, my name is Adrian Lashkevich. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. My family's from Poland, and I came here because I fell in love with a girl. The last time I came was during the Euro Cup to watch the Euro, of course. And when I was here, I went out with friends and I fell in love with a girl. So the plan originally was for her to come to Canada, stay with me, but she's in university, so that didn't work out. So I ended up coming here. Had very strong feelings for her to come here. And if you don't try, you don't know, right? It's better to try than never have tried and have possible regrets in the future. In my home, my whole life, we were speaking Polish and English. So we could start a sentence in English and finish it in Polish, or even just have one word in Polish, or one person speaking Polish, the other person speaking English. So I'm very happy that I know Polish because myself, I would like to teach my children Polish. I actually find it very stupid when parents don't teach their kids Polish, especially when the parents know the language, and you lose your whole culture and roots and your history of your family. And, you know, I know people in Canada, they tell me I'm Polish. And so, do you speak Polish? No, then then you're not really Polish, right? I've been told that I'm pretty good at speaking Polish, so I'm very glad that I'm able to speak it. However, I can read very poorly and I can't write very good at all. I would say there's pretty much only one stereotype about Polish people in Canada, and that would be mostly jokes, such as blonde jokes in Poland. It's the same for Polish people in Canada. They just call them stupid or, make fun of them in that way. One example of a Polish joke could be, how do you get a one-armed Polak out of a tree? You wave to him. Or how do you stop a Polish tank? You kill the guy pushing it. I don't really think they have an origin. You can really put any race in that you want. There's no real origin to blonde jokes, I don't think. I don't think your hair makes you more dumb than somebody else. I would say most of the Polish people I met in Canada are laborers. They do house renovations, flooring or painting, some mechanics occasionally. But other than that, it's nothing really that diverse. It's mostly just hard laborers as it is here in Poland. The things that I prefer here are people are more cultured and more hospitable. You come to their house, everybody already has 2 cakes on standby, tea, coffee. When you meet your friends, you kiss them on the cheek or shake their hand. In Canada, it's not like that. Just, hey, how are you? They don't offer you cake or tea when you come to their house. Since I've been working here in Poland, I'm working at a language school teaching English, and I'm also working at a car shop doing some car renovations. The language school is pretty high tech, but at the car shop, standards are a little low. It's all dirty, nothing's clean, right? The toilet stinks. And if you go to Canada, it's totally opposite, right? They wouldn't allow for that. You'd have somebody come and they'd close your shop if it looked like one of the shops in Poland. I think if you can work in a shop in Poland, you can work in a shop anywhere. Well, I would say there is a stereotype about Polish women in Canada. Everyone says they're all beautiful, sexy women, tall, they wear high heels, they take care of themselves, always dress pretty, which I would agree with. They take time to make themselves look nice. And there's definitely, I would say, more attractive women here than there are in Canada, because in Canada and America, you have how many people are obese, right, compared to Poland. I think a lot of people just think all of European women are all sexy and perfect. That's why I fell in love with a Polish woman, because I found the best one that you guys had, and I took her before anybody else could. Well, I've always liked history, and Poland, of course, has lots and lots of history. Of course, the war, which Canada did fight in. They actually were helping Poland and the British before America was. And you don't read about that so often. For standard of living in Poland, I would say it's a little less than in Canada. It's a lot more expensive, that's for sure. A lot of things I compare 1-to-1. You can buy a bottle of vodka in Canada for $26. Here you buy it for 26 zloty. A lot of things are very similar, but a lot of things are more expensive. Clothes are more expensive here. Cosmetics, if you want to buy shaving cream or soap or shampoo, it's more expensive here. But I do notice that people make less money here, which is very unfortunate. I was making in Canada $2,400, and here good luck making 2,400 zloty for myself. I think if I did make it, it would be similar standard of living, but people are very underpaid in Poland. Here, people like to count their money a lot. In Canada, for example, I'd go with my friends, I'd buy beer, and I don't worry if they pay me back or not. Or you go to their house with beer, you leave your beer at home, and here, if they're buying beer for you or you're buying beer for them, they have to count it out. Where I come from in Vancouver, it was for 10 years in a row, Vancouver was the most livable city in the world. Vancouver is also very expensive, but you have mountains 30 minutes away, beaches 30 minutes away, so you can go skiing in the morning and then finish on the beach in the day. And in Poland, you don't have that. Canada is much larger than Poland. I think you can fit, not quite sure about the number exactly, but at least Poland 40 times into Canada. However, Poland has more people than Canada because nobody lives up north. I think up north you have one person per square kilometer. I would say the only thing I dislike really in Poland would be the lack of variety of things to do. You have restaurants and bars here, and there's not much else you can do. So I understand why everybody's drinking. You don't have all these forests or lakes or anything like that. You have the beach, which they're all the same, which you just have beer cans and cigarettes everywhere. So you can't even really lay on the beach properly. But about military, the only thing I don't like in Poland's stance with military is whenever America is in something, Poland always is the first to jump in. And they never really get any benefit from it at all. Even Canada sometimes says no. For example, in Iraq, most of the guys that are walking down the street, they all look unhappy and like they want to fight you. Even police officers, a lot of people just seem miserable and nobody's smiling, which is kind of depressing, actually. A lot of people say, oh, wow, lots of nature, everything. And they ask, oh, you ever see a bear on your street or something like this? But other than that, I haven't heard many negative things or any stereotypes just about, maple syrup or hockey, of course. Canada is responsible for a lot of worldwide inventions. First off, probably the most important one would be the telephone. And also we have, of course, hockey. And we have basketball. Pozdrawiam widzów Wirtualnej Polski.